how are you guys gonna manage like training courses now with your media? Because I think we didn't really talk about like really how good the idea is that you guys have your background as a media team. Because it didn't actually dawn on me until I hung out with you guys this weekend. I'm like, damn, who does the media for, I'm just throwing out random names here, for EOTech, right? Who does that? Because how do you know like how to film, be in the right spots, and then choreograph? Exactly right, you guys.
Right.
But that I'd never even thought of that until like hanging out this weekend. I'm like, damn, dude, like you can't just have like somebody. Well, Eli could tell you he's learning from being around us now that it's different. Even though he's good at what he does in a lot of ways, like
he knows photography.
Yeah. But like now he has to learn kind of a different way about going about it because there's.
Would you ever hire a wedding photographer to do a photo shoot for a training range?
No,
day?
absolutely not.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. I'm not saying you have to be a subject matter expert, a soft operator in order to do something like that, but having some competency as to what the end user wants to see. Because if I look at ads or I look at websites, I've seen there's I think it was an H&K ad from years ago from like the 80s where a photographer took a photo of a gun with the magazine, and the magazine was upside, it was like backwards. Or
so
like
much
that.
of that garbage.
So I mean, like it happens. Yeah, it happens. We were walking
Still
down
exists.
SHOT Show,
Oh, yeah.
and remember on one of the crossing the Caesars Bridge to get to the Caesars, there was that big billboard of like they were wearing all sorts of weird gear, dude, and it was just publicized. I'm like, who the hell's doing their photos? Like, this is horrible.
I'm pretty sure there was also a big poster of a guy standing there like just all badass and no magazine.
No
in the
magazine. I was like,
Well, dude,
Fucking
another thing
joke.
too is like, so movies now, like whenever you do get the gem where you see like there's a zombie movie that came out with Batista recently and he had nothing but Haley stuff on. I was like, dude, this dude's rocking Haley Strategic. That's fucking sick. But somebody that was, huh?
Did you have the DSM on?
That's
have a
fucking
DSM.
funny, dude.
Didn't have
That
a
would have been
DSM.
sick.
Damn it.
But my point is, like, how cool is it to see that in movies? But then you have to know somebody knows shit, like, to get that movie to have like that correct gear. And so I guess like my point is, dude, that's like really cool that you guys are doing that. I'm surprised that that you guys have both the training and that. Like, that must be pretty hard to manage. Because I mean, like as a training course, like whether it's this weekend or the low light, like I'm gonna keep saying it. You guys are like the most organized 6 hours out of any course I've ever taken.
Likewise.
You know what I mean? Like I've been to some pretty impactful courses. Like I know you did Rogue Methods with me, and like that's really impactful. But in terms of like just firearms courses and having reasons why, tactics and step by step understanding, like you said, you read body language. You can tell like, hey man, we have to actually take a step back for a second. Yeah, dude, you guys are like extremely good at what you do. And like we're talking about as fitness coaches, you can tell like if somebody understands and they're like trying to like bridge that gap versus like regurgitating just textbook stuff. Right. So like how do you manage both?
I think the easiest answer is because when you do a firearms course, you have to give it time for people to sign up.
Yeah.
So you book it in the future, and then anything else that falls in line, we can kind of make sure we don't get any scheduling jams.
Yeah.
So is the frequency going to be more now for your
At least
training?
so far, that's worked out. Not saying that we're not going to have to figure something out in the future.
First off, let's Triple Feed is a side hustle. Like we all have full-time jobs and multiple full-time jobs.
Yeah.
Like so, it's going to be a journey. And I mean, we hustle no matter what, but we do plan on throwing some more training courses out there, and we have a lot of media gigs lined up as we speak now.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
But the potential's there. 'Cause
yeah.
like I said, I've experienced this weekend with you guys, the idea that you guys have that you're doing with media and what you are now implementing. To me, it's like, it blows me away that this isn't like taking off, especially since you guys are hanging out with a couple of civilians and like transferring a ton of knowledge, like, and it's getting to us. Because at lunchtime today, I was already like, fuck, we could be done. And I learned so much. You know what I mean?
Mention that.
Yeah.
Hey,
There's mentally you were checked out.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
pics.
So okay. The way I'll answer that one is kind of this way. I don't think, and these guys might punch me in the face later on. I definitely don't think that a Triple Feed will ever be just a firearms instructor
Good.
company. I don't think it's ever going to be that way. I've seen companies that are just firearm instructors. They teach tactics. They do X, Y, and Z, and they have courses every week going on.
Okay.
Good for them. That's not what we are, at least at its core root. We do a little bit of everything. So if we
conversely, I don't think we'll ever be just media company.
no,
right?
I don't think we will either. So we like to have our hand in multiple cookie jars, and as long as we don't overbook ourselves and we go, hey, we're going to throw on one course this month or 2 courses this month on this weekend, like he said, we'll fill everything up until that point and then go, okay, we have that course that we have to do. Let's go rehearse. Let's go do this. Let's make sure that we're good at what we do, that how we communicate, and let's make it happen. Yeah. And then on the side, we'll sell swag, T-shirts, etc. Put out, silly stickers and collabs are a big thing that we're trying to do, but we will never be just a solely dedicated firearms instructor company. I don't think it's. I love teaching, but that's not. I don't want to be a one-trick pony.
But based on everything we've heard and everything we know about you guys, I think it would be weird if you'd said something different. To be quite frank, I think what we're being in I'm not going to say JP's being this way, but I definitely am, and that is we're just being fucking selfish, man. Like we want more, like we want to see more, and I think people that we know and that we work with and so forth want to get access. And so just know that whatever you guys do, you have people that do want it.